Welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. We've been asked to take the 10-question RV coronavirus challenge by following the Fitches, Dave and Andrea, and also from Live and Learn, Smokey and Jesse. But first, after Mo's done crowing, we're going to make our drink. And in honor of Key West, we're going to make Dark and Stormy. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so for Dark and Stormy, first of all, new to the Tiki Bar are the Two Friends Bar's napkins from Key West. And to make it dark and stormy, the first thing you're going to start off with a glass full of ice, which we have. We're then going to take some ginger beer. Now this is different than ginger ale, so make sure you get ginger beer. And we're going to pour about 4 ounces of ginger beer in each glass. That's Mo sounding off. And then, we have lots of different rums. But for this drink, we're going to use dark rum. So this is Bermuda black rum that I'm using. And you want to float 2 ounces. So this is 1/3 rum to 2/3 ginger beer. We want to float 2 ounces of rum on the top.
I can see the dark and stormy.
Yeah, so you see it represents those dark storm clouds that come in off the ocean.
Oh, cool.
And then once you have your rum in there, you take a lime, you're going to squeeze some lime juice in there. Mo's getting excited about trying one of these. And then to garnish it, we put a lime wheel on there. And that is your Dark and Stormy. So let's test them, Marie, and see how they are. Cheers. Oh, that's rum floating on the top. The straw, and so when you're ready to drink it,
You should mix it up, the storm clouds.
you can mix it up, and we'll give that another try. You know what? That lime is what makes the difference in that drink.
Good. And stirring it up helps.
So, in honor of Key West, Dark and Stormies for the 10-question challenge. And of course, my dad, the Colonel, thinks it's ironic when we're talking about Key West that the rooster is always crowing because they're all over Key West. So let's get to the challenge. Okay, we're back. I will keep track of how many times Mo crows out there or Harley barks. All right, we were challenged by 2 groups, Dave and Andrea from Following the Fitches. Of course, Andrea has trouble pronouncing bivouacs, so most people know the channel is Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. Andrea knows the channel is Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacsies. And we were also challenged by Smokey and Jesse from Live and Learn. And the irony with Smokey and Jesse is, there he is again. The irony with Smokey and Jesse is that Jesse's a librarian, so is she.
Oh, cool.
So we got
I didn't know that.
a couple librarians there. Okay, our first question. How many rolls of TP do you have? Marie?
Well, before I drank the dark and stormy, we had about a case. But I bet you if I go up now, it's going to be double that.
Don't understand that. The drink must be strong. So we buy at Sam's Club, so we probably have a case upstairs, and then out in the RV, I think we have 3 rolls of RV toilet paper left. Question number 2.
What has been the biggest change since the pandemic? Well, being able to look each other in the eye and figure out a project and make a plan and accomplish the project.
So I've been pushing the projects off that she does by herself, like working in the garden. But we do have some plans to work on, on stuff
house.
around the house. Yeah, so we'll get some things done. But the biggest change has been, not being able to travel for me. You can't go anywhere. Although in Pennsylvania, you can use the parks for exercise, and we do that. But we can't go camping. Number 3, where are you currently parked? Well, we're not full-timers. We're weekend warriors, and we have the rig sitting in our garage. So we are parked, in the driveway. We did do a video, I think it came out last week, on driveway camping at the Windy Knoll. So you can see where we camped in our driveway. I did select another site 22 feet further down the driveway. We might have to try it out if we can't go camping soon.
Might be more level.
Yeah, than that one. So that's where we're parked.
Number 4 question. What have you gone without? Well, the only thing I can think about is, is the half and half. We're always out of half and half, and we have to maybe do without for a few days.
Of course,
That's really all.
Yeah, that tells you we're drinking a lot more coffee since we're at home and not at work. We were able to work from our home during this crisis. What I've gone without is a haircut, and when I get my haircut, I have them, kind of level it off right at my glass stem. So my hair is probably 1.5 inches longer than normal. So that's what I've gone without, haircuts. Number 5, what are you grateful for?
Well, grateful that we have a home to enjoy, and we have more time now to enjoy being home together.
And for me, it's not getting sick with the virus.
Number 6, what do you miss the most? I miss being able to get together for family celebrations, and there has been a few since this all started.
Yeah, in the travel and camping, we're not able to do that. Hopefully we can. The state parks right now in Pennsylvania are closed through the end of April. We'll see if the campground's open. If you're self-contained and have your own bathroom, maybe they'll let you camp and just keep, all the common areas closed. We're not sure. And of course, it was we had a big trip planned with the Colonel. It was the Captain and Colonel's Excellent Adventure down to Key West for a music festival. That festival was canceled, so the subsequent trip was canceled. That was painful to hear that was canceled. But that's what we missed the most. Number 7, how long has it been since you were at a campsite? Well, not including the driveway. My last camping trip was in October to Elk Neck State Park in Maryland, out by the Turkey Point Lighthouse. And when was the last time you were with?
I think in August. Where we
Hidden Acres.
Hidden Acres.
So Marie's was in August. We were out at Hidden Acres, and again, we were with a group of people, right? So depending on how many they let you congregate together, if it's less than 10, really cuts down on that kind of stuff. So it's been a while since we've been at a campsite.
What is your favorite quarantine food? Well, lately, the last couple months, I have this addiction to chips. So any kind of chip.
Yeah.
Ruffles, wavy, sour cream,
Tortillas. Or tortillas.
chips, salt is good.
I think for me, it's probably tacos.
Tacos?
I make a lot of tacos, soft shell tacos. I like to heat those shells up in the pan, get a little char on them, and I'll make different things. Last night I made a pork taco with a plum sauce with shredded carrots and spinach, and a little sour cream. So I've been making a lot of different tacos. So that's what I'd have to say, the quarantine. Okay, number 9. How are you exercising and doing workouts during the pandemic? Well, for me, I walk the dog twice a day at a park that's about 1.5 miles down the street. And I've continued to do that since we're allowed to, as long as you stay 6 feet away from each other. And there's not a lot of traffic down there, so that hasn't really broken my exercise routine.
I'm realizing that I'm able to go for runs, longer runs, and add some more walks in there. and I lift some weights occasionally. So it definitely has increased my exercising time routine. Number 10, what was your pandemic purchase? If I remember correctly, it was a thermometer, and it did take a while to arrive.
Yeah, and it's one of those infrared, no-touch instant thermometers. Just put it up against your forehead and push the button. And we check that. We check our temperatures every morning. The other purchase that we're making, which I'm going to do right after this video, is a gas-powered pressure washer. My electric one doesn't quite cut it, so I'm going to get something with a little more power.
Going back to the house projects now.
Yeah, that's one house project we'll get done. Okay, and then finally we have to challenge 5 other RV YouTubers with this challenge. So I got some here. First one is Richard Seitz. He camps in an R-Pod out of South Florida, lives near Jupiter, does some other interesting videos. So we're going to challenge Richard to this. Culture, lifestyle, and travel. Alex and Andrea down in South Florida. They were camping in a travel trailer. They sold it and now are looking for a Class C. Alex is a moderator on a number of live chats for Traveling Robert and some other channels. Dane at Traveling Elk, he likes to pull his fifth wheel to different Elks Lodges, and he camps at the Elks Lodges. His latest series was in southeast United States, Florida, and the Carolinas. Dori Mena, I'm going to challenge them. They live in Canada. They have a fiberglass 5.0 Escape fifth wheel, and they tow that down to Florida to escape the Canadian winters, and they had to go back and quarantine, so we'd like to see their answer to this. Finally, Downsizing Makes Sense. They sold their home in February and went full-time in their trailer right before this hit, so I'm really curious to get their answers. So those are the 5 channels that we're going to challenge, and with that, we're going to sign off. Cheers, Marie.
Cheers.
Dark and stormy. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or any of the other videos we made, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. What else could they do to help us out, Marie?
Ring the bell.
If you ring that bell, you'll be notified every time we put up a new video. And what else could they do?
Thumbs up.
So that thumbs up lets everybody know you enjoyed that video, and that helps it rise through the system and get more views. But more important than all that, go have some fun out there. Thanks for watching.